Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and this is a Fields Full House. So if you are new here, hello and welcome. Today's video is going to be all about our favorite homeschool curriculum. Today's video is also part of a collaboration with Megan from Pennies and Salt. This is a great time of year to start researching and figuring out what we want to do for the upcoming school year, especially with income tax right around the corner. So this collab is going to be so helpful to give you an insight on a lot of different curriculums. So I hope that you all enjoy. So as a homeschool mom of now 9 children, expecting baby number 10, we added our 6th schooler this year. We have been through a good variety of curriculum of what works and what doesn't for us. So I don't necessarily want to say that these are our absolute favorites because I am looking at changing a few things for the upcoming year. So I'm looking forward to watching this collab as well. But I'm going to show you what has been working for us the last couple years, because pretty much everything that we are using, a couple things are new, but most of it we have been using for a while. So I'm going to go through the extras like history and science and writing and stuff like that. And then the last I will be doing math and language arts. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is spelling. I have always taken a pretty relaxed approach to spelling. Most of our curriculum has been all-inclusive, open book and go, and spelling is included in that. Now, for natural spellers, that works pretty well. I have tried doing my own thing. I tried Spelling Power, I couldn't think of the name of it, for spelling list and such, and those did work, again, with my natural spellers. However, I have a child that struggles with spelling. So, I think this is our 2nd year. We are still in the same book, which is perfectly fine because we are just going at our pace. We don't do this every single day, but this honestly has helped her. Sequential spelling. I literally just Googled the best spelling curriculum for a child who is struggling big time. And this has really helped her. So this is her book that she actually writes in. And what it does is it goes through, you know, each day, and I literally read off, I believe it's 25 words to her. And then on the back side, it has like unscramble. Sometimes it's a word search. Sometimes it's like this one says, list as many words that you can that have the following letters in order in them, V-E-R. So she goes through her spelling list and then she writes as many words that has the V-E-R in them. This has worked pretty well because the way that they do the spelling list, is all the words kind of go together. So it's showing them, you know, show, low, below, all the way down. And then it incorporates some of those words in the next day, and then it adds new words and so on and so forth. So that has worked really well for her. Excuse me, I've got a whole throat cold thing going on for a few weeks now. So just bear with me. So so this is something that is new to us this year. It is called Jump In. It says it's a workbook for reluctant and eager writers. I have a very, very reluctant writer, and it has honestly been a fight throughout our whole entire homeschool. This is very mild and very laid back approach, and we kind of just pick it up and work on it. So in their language arts curriculum, it incorporates writing. When she doesn't like what it's telling her to do, I give her a choice. She can do what's in her language arts curriculum, or she can do a lesson out of Jump In. She usually chooses this. So it's just very mild, very a simple approach. Like it's had you start thinking at first of ideas and doing like the web model and different outlines and such, and then working up to writing. So this has been, like I said, a very good approach to writing, mainly for that child that I was mentioning. Okay, so something that I got this year is this cursive book from Amazon. It says Cursive Handwriting Workbook for Kids Beginning Cursive. Very simple, very basic, but what I like about it is it starts with, it's showing them how to write the cursive letter by numbers. It's telling them, you know, start here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, you know, so on and so forth. So the problem with cursive to me is it really, you kind of have to sit there with your child and show them exactly how to do it, because if they end up doing it the wrong way, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so for years I have not purchased handwriting curriculum because this was $7. If I bought this for everybody, I'm looking at, you know, like 50 bucks. So I avoided that. So for years we did handwriting on our own, just a very simple approach, which worked wonderfully. The problem is I stopped doing it because mama is tired. Well, my son Jackson absolutely loves doing handwriting, and he would beg me all the time. So I told him, you know what, I'm just going to get you a special book just for you, because honestly my older girls have outgrown that. They have pretty good penmanship, and I just kind of feel like it's something else added, like let's move on. So I really just need to work on this with Jackson and under. So I'm actually going to order another one for Miley because I'm really happy with it, and then I can sit down with them and we can focus on this. So it's he has liked it, and he first thing in the morning he says, I'm going to do my cursive book. I'm like, great. So this has worked out fabulously. Okay, so that is like the extras that we do. I am going to move on to science, and then I'll do history. So science, we have always, I don't want to say always, we do a pretty laid back approach. We are normally part of a co-op for various reasons. I have mentioned this before in other homeschooling videos. Our co-op is not meeting this year. It will be picking up next year. So they do a lot of science and nature study because it's a Charlotte Mason co-op in our co-op. So I don't focus on that here at the house because they got that one day a week at co-op. However, I like to throw in unit studies on different things that the kids want to use. This year is our first year doing the Good and the Beautiful unit studies, and we have been doing space. If y'all have been watching my channel for a while, you know that we've been doing this all year. We are not done. We will get there. Mama's been pregnant and tired, and we have not been doing this diligently. So anyways, but we will finish it because I'm on the upswing of feeling better. So I have loved the way that the Good and the Beautiful has laid out their unit studies. It is a very easy guide to go through. It's open and go, pretty much very little preparation on mom, and my kids have loved it as well. And if you see back here, I have incorporated this year making our bulletin board go along with whatever unit study we are working on. So our unit studies have changed. At the beginning of the year, we did do Little House on the Prairie. We also did a butterfly unit study. And then I think that might be all that we've done. And then we moved to space, and that's just kind of where we have stayed. And we will stay there obviously until we finish it. So we add different various things over the years. Sometimes we have just simply done a science experiment and talking about things. Like, it doesn't have to be a quote curriculum. But if you're looking for a curriculum, I do recommend the Good and the Beautiful. Printing it, I believe it was only like $15, which is like really cheap. And it also comes with all the student guides that you can print off as well. That's the approach that I choose because it is just a little bit easier than me, or easier for me to do it that way. So on that note, for history, we have been doing the Good and the Beautiful. We're doing history year 1. This is the first time I have done a history curriculum that has gone through each different time period, a little snippet of each. And I really kind of like that. I always thought that history should be, let's talk about one time period all year long and just focus on that. I'm really liking this because I feel like my kids are getting a very good variety of, information and learning different things instead of just focusing on one area. Because I'm going to be really honest here, I don't always finish. And so if I don't always finish and then I want to continue next year, we are stuck in that time period for a long time and they're missing out on other stuff later on. So I really like this approach that the Good and the Beautiful has done. Again, it is just like their science unit studies. It is open and go, very simple to use. I really do highly recommend their history program. I toyed with purchasing it last year and I went back and forth. I can't remember the exact price. I want to say it's $75, and that's kind of pricey to me. I mean, it's not compared to other curriculums that I have even purchased in the past, but now I have so many kids, I see things a little bit differently. Anyways, I really went back and forth. I decided not to do it, and we were doing different things, and what we were doing was great. Well, a friend offered me this to buy it used for like 50 bucks, and I jumped on it, and I'm glad that I did. Okay, on the history note, Adventures in U.S. History. I did this whenever our oldest was in 2nd grade, so this is now 6 years ago, and I loved that year of homeschooling with her. It was by far my favorite. I have such fond memories of it. I really I can't explain why. It was just so sweet. So this obviously went through U.S. history, and we learned so much together, and we just really, really enjoyed it. Maybe I really enjoyed it because it was a lot of one-on-one time with her, to where now when we do history, it's 6 kids and me. Maybe that's why I really enjoyed that year. So anyways, I have tried doing this a couple other times since I did it the first time with her. It has not quite worked out the same, but I'm still keeping it because there's so many good like things that you can pull from it. Actually, there's a whole talked about North American birds throughout this course as well, and I'm actually going to pull those books out because Logan has been asking me to learn about birds. So I will keep all of this stuff forever and ever because there's a lot that you can just pull out of. Now, this was pricey buying it all together. That's what, like, I think it was like $200 if I'm remembering correctly. But back then, I only had like 2 kids to buy curriculum for, so I could spend $200 apparently. Okay, so moving on to my least favorite subject to teach, or my 2 least favorite subjects to teach. Sorry, I'm like pulling. I had stacks all around me, so it's kind of, I don't have enough room here. Okay, so math. Okay. I have tried many different curriculums over the years for math. This is where I have probably changed the most in what we have done. I have learned at the beginning the bare basics. Abeka math works the best for me and my children because I can simply open it and go. It covers all the, different portions of math. We'll hit, addition, subtraction, and money and time and all that. To where in the past, whenever it has just focused on like mastery, which I get that approach. I'm not against that approach, but my kids were missing some pieces whenever you end up switching curriculums. Okay, just being honest. So anyways, all of my little guys, I start on Abeka. And once they have finished the 3rd book, I move them to Teaching Textbooks Online. Teaching Textbooks has their 3.0 version now. That's all online, and it's super easy to use. You don't have to keep track of discs. Break discs, lose discs, have to buy another disc. That has never happened to me. But it's all on the computer. So that is the problem for us. We only have 1 computer, and I have 4 kids that are currently doing math on the computer. We need to get another computer because it's taken forever to get through math. Anyways, but I do really like it, and I do recommend it. It has worked out well for us, teaching textbooks. My husband's playing a loud video in the background. Okay, so now we're going to move on to language arts and reading. So we're going to talk about teaching kids how to read. This is between math and teaching kids how to read. Those are my 2 least favorite things to do. So anyways, I feel like there is such a gap between like the preschool books and pre-K and introducing learning how to read, and then like kindergarten and 1st grade. Like they go from here's phonics to boom, you should be able to read this huge long book. Just my experience, could be wrong. So I have learned, I do like the pre-K books. I did pre-K with Logan and Miley, the pre-K Good and the Beautiful books. And then I take the ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading, or the 100, I have it as well, the 100 lessons. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The 100 easy lessons to teaching a kid how to read. I use this very, very loosely. And we just teach the CVC word family words. And once they have mastered those, I move on to the level K of the Good and the Beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful is kind of advanced. If y'all aren't familiar with it, I feel like a lot of people are. So I feel like this helps bridge that gap. Okay, so the problem with the ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching How to Read is it's just very basic, and you're just kind of writing on a sheet of paper or a dry erase board with your kid. It doesn't really have like worksheets to go along with it, which I'm not like really a worksheet person anyways. So I found this on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's actually, her website is Kindergarten Mom. I will link all this information in the description box below. This was, I can't even remember how much it was. It couldn't have been that expensive if I bought it. But you can print off all these worksheets. So it goes through each word family, shows a picture of it. We read them. And then Logan drew pictures. Then they write the words. We read them. I go over this very, very slowly with them until they are reading each word family like lickety split, until they get it. And then we'll move on to the next one. So it even has, like sight words to go through. So it just has a lot to do with each word family. And that's what I like about it. So I have it marked off with different tabs that I made. So then you move on to the next word family once he's mastered that. And then it also had printable books. Let me go get one. Okay, of course the one that I grabbed is very well loved. So it has printable books for each, there's a lot of them. I don't know how many, but it tells you up here to read it during weeks 1 through 4. So we just read this over and over. So it has a list of the sight words at the beginning over and over again until he has mastered it. And then we move on to the next one. Very simple and easy approach to teaching how to read. But I feel like I said, that helps bridge the gap from once you know those word families, then start introducing the phonics. And that's what's in the Good and the Beautiful. Okay. So with all that said, we use the Good and the Beautiful language arts for everybody. I do buy the printable version because I have a lot of children, and if I'm going to continue using this, I've already purchased it. It's on my computer. All I have to do is print it instead of purchasing each book. I have the HP printer with a print plan. It works fantastic for us, and I think right now I could actually lower my print plan, but I pay $20 a month for my print plan, and I can print 700 pages, and they include the ink in that. So if you're not familiar with that, check it out. It's amazing. So anyways, this is Taylor's book. Anyways, she is in level 7, even though she's in the 8th grade. The Good and the Beautiful doesn't have like a really 8th grade curriculum, and I wasn't ready to push her into high school yet. So anyways, I really like the Good and the Beautiful language arts because it incorporates so much reading, so much good, rich literature, geography, it incorporates a lot of stuff. So that's where if I don't end up doing history or science, I feel like there's enough in that curriculum that I don't feel as bad, if that makes any sense. So anyways, these are the things that are working for us now and that I honestly truly do enjoy using. So I hope that you all enjoyed, maybe you learned something. If y'all have any questions about any of these, please leave them in the comments below. I am more than happy to help out. And like I said, answer any questions. I will put as many links as I can in the description box below, just to be super easy and helpful for you. And be sure to check out this collab. I know a lot of homeschooling moms are participating in this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing. I love seeing inside of other curriculum, like before I purchase it, because there could be one thing that I'm like, no, that won't work for us, and then I save myself money, or I can be like, heck yes, that is worth the money. You know what I mean? So anyways, I hope that you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.